Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's video. And before we dive in, let's discuss what we'll be doing today. So, I got this exclusive package from Deezdrawss. He's actually an illustrator and he's a digital artist as well. He draws and he's actually good. So, he makes professional brushes, especially for IBIS Paint X users. So, I have been sketching around with them and I decided to make a video on how those brushes are. They're actually wonderful. So let's experiment on those brushes. Let's see how they perform and how they affect our different art styles. So let's dive into the video. And these brushes are actually available on his website. Yeah, so I'm actually going to drop a link in the description below. So if you want to get the brushes, you can just go down there and click the link and you get it at very cheaper rate. Yeah, it's actually very cheap and you're actually going to get the hang of it because it's a very simple brush and it actually doesn't require you to tweak any settings. I myself, I didn't even tamper with the brush settings. I just used it as I got it, and trust me, it's actually wonderful. Yeah, the aspect ratio helps a lot when it comes to making line art. So, click the description below. Get the brush at a very cheap rate. So, with that being said, let's go ahead into our main sketching. Okay, and so first off, yeah, let's use the hair streak. Yeah, this is the stroke. Whoa, I actually like how this turns out. Like you could see it has aspect ratio added to it. Like the brush will actually draw based on the position, like the direction. So let's say we're drawing something like this and a straight line and can see the difference now. So let's say if you're drawing something like this and like this, it actually have this kind of perspective. Like the brush has aspect ratio. There's aspect ratio added to it, and that's why you could see this nice. Especially when you draw a wavy line, you could see the nice finishing, and wow, this is quite. I could say that this brush is actually very good for line arts because it will actually help you when it comes to line weight. That's one of the things I actually love about this brush. So for time's sake, let's not waste much time. I'm just gonna go ahead and run some quick sketches and let's see how this is gonna be. So for today's sketch, I'll actually be drawing my OC TJ. Yeah, let's dive right into the sketching phase. And as a matter of fact, I won't be using my normal pencil sketching pack I usually use for my other digital drawings. So for the sake of using all of the brushes I got from Deezdrawss. So actually it works well for line art, so it is quite okay. So let's proceed. Now we can all see how wonderful this brush looks for doing rough sketches. You can see how it gives this texture, and most important, what I love about this brush the very most is the fact that it has aspect ratios. Like I mean, guys, look. I actually use this to paint and see the see how easy that was for me to just paint. It actually fits because you see there's actually a bigger space here and a smaller space here, so it actually fits in directly. No, oh god, this is actually fun. This is dope. So let's go ahead to yeah, let's round up this sketch. Okay, so now we have a nice refined sketch. Yeah, I'll actually decide to show you guys how I go about painting my faces and how I find this brush interesting. So first off, if you could look at the hair I drew, you could see the difference in sizes, all thanks to the aspect ratio. You could see some lines like here we have a very thin line and here we have the thicker line, and you could see the transition. Like you could see how perfectly it transcedes from a thinner line to a very large line, and like that you could see it actually makes your art looks more cartoonish. So for those of us who likes the anime cartoon style, manga style, yeah, this brush is a very good option for you. You guys should try it out. So painting the eyes now. I'm actually sketching in the eyes. Let me add those noses. Now you can see how wonderful this brush is when it comes to making line art. You could see the difference in stroke sizes. This is quite wonderful. So don't forget to click on the link in the description below to get this wonderful brush at a very cheap rate. Yeah, it's very good for line art, manga style. You can even use it for shading because it has a little gradient to it. Because if you check the settings, you see where it has some level of transparency in the brush particles, like in in the brush sizes. There's a little bit of transparency, so this is actually very good for line art. So I've talked about the brush when it comes to making line art, so let's try out something with coloring. Yeah, so we have a good base now, and let's try if we can add some colors. When I was sketching around with this brush, I actually noticed that this brush actually is kind of a mixer brush. Like it this has these properties of mixing colors. Like let me show you what I mean. You can see there's a mixture of green and brown here. So for those of us who have difficulties in picking colors, yeah, this is actually gonna solve your problems, because from here you could pick whichever colors goes well for your digital painting. So since I'm actually not gonna use that feature here, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my regular pen, field tip pen, and let me just add in some base colors. We have added the base color. Yeah, and let's use our brush, our hair streak from Deezdrawss. Now let's use it to actually add some color to the shades now. Well, I actually don't want to make this like one single color, so I think the um, color mixture feature will come in handy here. Yes, I like the variety. You can see how this looks like. It looks good already. So with this, I can actually know that mixing a purple and a kind of blue will give more life to the piece. To give it some soft edges, some soft transitions. Overall, this looks quite amazing. Yeah, this looks wonderful. Yeah, I'm very happy with this result. It's actually the outcome of the brush. We used it for the line art, and it was actually very wonderful, and the results were very okay. Like you could see the line weight, the differences in line weight. You could see here has some kind of more thicker lines, and here has thinner lines. All this is the result of the aspect ratio feature added to the brush. So after testing out the first brush, let's give the second brush a try. And what am I gonna call this one? Okay, this is okay. The second one is Scrimble Pointillism Hard Pressure Insensitive. So let's try this out. Um, so this looks like kind of ring. It feels good. Like you can use it to do some comic bubbles or something. Yeah, it's actually wonderful. Or you could use it to do some distance lights, like some bokeh effect. Added it with some blurs. But overall, we could use it to add some, should I say, some designs to his shirt. So let's try that out. Okay, let me pick something like this. Okay, we'll give some designs to his shirt. Okay, this looks wonderful. Wow. Like surprising how I just pick a random color and this is what I could do with it. Wow, this is quite interesting. So guys, I actually haven't really talked much about this second brush. So but what I know is you could use it for two important things in your digital art. One, you could use it to either give some kind of design to your character's outfit very easily. You could use it for some bokeh light effect in the background. I think I'm gonna make another tutorial on that one. So let's experiment how this one will look like. And you could also use it for bubbles, some comic bubbles. Don't forget to click the link in the description below and go to his blog, and you actually gonna get the brushes there. If you need more inquiries, you can contact him through his blog as well. So we have come to the end of today's video, and I hope this was helpful and this will actually captivate you all to get this brush and give it a try and air out your opinions on what you think. And if you need any corrections and stuff, anything you need, just say something about this. Let's hear everyone's honest opinions. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. It actually keeps the channel running. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.